Hey guys and gals, been thinking about going in a different direction with my channel. Been thinking about going in some really deep dives with some old platforms, Amiga, 64, other platforms, probably mainly 64, Commodore 64, and the Amiga. One example is, right now I've been doing a lot of Amiga 2000. That's probably the most expanded 2000 that's out there. I'm actually running Windows 3.0 and as you can see, playing FreeCell on an A2088 board, which has the Amiga hack upgrade to a V20 running at 9.54 megahertz. The 2000 is kind of pretty heavily upgraded. As you can see, there's a Vampire version 2, which really doesn't mean much for the PC side. But for the PC side, I have that 2088 that's, I had to do some small modifications to put the NEC V20 in. Like I said, it's can run up to 9.54 megahertz, which is what I normally run it at, but it can slow down to even the original 4.77 for software that's really kind of peculiar and needs that speed. Besides that, I have Sound Blaster Live Pro. Excuse me, not Live, Sound Blaster Pro, the original 8-bit version. I have a VGA card that obviously falls back to the 8-bit mode. And I have an XTIDE Deluxe, which if you just drop one in, it's not going to work with a Bridgeboard. There's a small modification where you take the original ROM off and replace the PC boot and workbench. That we really have to look deep on Forum 64 where they figured that out. But it works. It works actually really well. It gets pretty good speed off the compact flash. It runs in I forget the name of the mode, but there's an actual faster mode. And then we have RAM upgrade, which is piggybacked on that. That's just giving an additional 128K, so you get a full 640. As you may know, the 2088 only has 512, but the topped off with, to get it to 640, have that piggyback board, which means I actually have 4 ISA cards and 3 slots, since that nice little piggyback. So this is really quick and dirty, and there's no real production value here. Just kind of wanted to put something up and see who's really watching this channel. Would you like to have any kind of deep dive videos on, well, say here, the Bridgeboard, and what can be done with one of these early Bridgeboards, particularly this A2088, which going from the 8088 and just the using CGA on a normal Amiga, just going from that to the NEC upgrade and these additional boards, just how much more you can do. We run a whole bunch of 286 base games on this, which you could not do on the original 8088. And having a VGA card is nice. There's a lot here. So the question is, are you watching this channel, or are you interested in some really deep dives on how this was done, you know, what you can actually run with this, and, you know, eventually I guess on the Amiga side with the Vampire, but I could take that Vampire out and just put in a 6800 and I could do the same as what I'm doing with this Bridgeboard setup. So let me know in the comment section if you have any interest and if there's anything you'd like to see. Thank you.